Good morning, guys. This is Darryl with Lee's Lawn Care and Services. Hope you guys are having a great morning. Getting off to a late start today. Got a couple errands to run this morning before I actually get to work. Gotta drop something off at the pharmacist to pick up something, so kind of get you off to the late start. How you guys doing? Hope y'all doing great, having a good time. Doing this lawn care stuff. Man, it is hot. Oh my God, it's hot. 102 yesterday in this heat. Not for the faint of heart, my man. It's 84 currently this morning. It's not too bad, but you know it's gonna heat up as this day goes. I encourage everybody to make sure you're drinking plenty of water. Heading out to get the gear so I can get started, but I got an errand to run before I do that, so that's why I kind of slept in a little later this morning than normal, because I knew I had to go and do this. So yeah, I wanted to get back to my morning talks in the morning. You know, my motivation to start the day, to get going, some of the things I've been thinking about, and that type of thing. Business is great. Got a new customer yesterday. You know, I'm kind of, as you go through, after you've been in the business for a while, you start picking your customers. You know, it's like in the beginning, you take whatever you can get, whatever they throw at you, you just take it, because you're just trying to grow your business. You don't care what you get. And as you get older, you get more established, your feet are planted in the business good. You're kind of selective about who you take and who you don't take, you know, because, you know, ultimately you never know, but I go by, you know, vibes and feelings about customers I meet in certain areas too. That plays a part in it, because, you know, certain areas you can charge X amount of dollars. And then there's other areas where you know you can charge X amount of dollars and pretty much get that guaranteed. So, and if you have customers in the same area, you know, with neighbors that you take care of, you gotta be cautious to stay real close to what you've been charging, because trust me, neighbors talk. They'll see each other every now and then, and they'll get out there and they'll conversate. And hey, you got to be mindful of that. You know, that could backfire on you, where you're overcharging one for another. So try to stay within the same median. You know, I did a comment on DLT. He was, you know, talking about getting those high-end customers. You know, we all have different opinions about it. I have a few high-end customers, I will say that, and I have a few low-end customers. You know, I'll say that I have a good mixture, but for the most part, most of my customers are right where they need to be from a price point standpoint. Now, there's a few that I'm gonna, like I told him, to send letters out at the end of this season. I'm gonna get a letter sent out to about, I'd say about, I know at least 2 off the back that I'm going to give them a letter before we start the following season, to let them know, hey, price going up, this is what it is, this is where we need to be, and if they can't do that, then it's fine. You know, I bring in new customers all the time, and when I bring these new customers in, trust me, they're paying a premium. They're not paying what the old customer is paying. So that's kind of my thing, you know, and it's worked out great. You know, it's great. It's the only constant in the business is you. You're still doing the same job. The customers are turning over every year. I get new customers drop off, that type of thing. It's happened. It's just part of business, you know. But what I have learned, you know, when you lose those customers, and you're replacing them with better customers, you know, that actually give you a better foundation on your business, and don't be afraid to do that. It took me a while to learn that because, you're emotionally involved and you do things out of emotion, and people will take full advantage of that. They do. They take advantage of it, and they take advantage of it until they can't take advantage of it no more. And like I said, the last few years I've been weaving them out. I've weaved them out, weaved in new customers, because for every customer that you lose that's not paying right or underpaying or whatever, there's 2 or 3 customers that's going to pay more and going to appreciate the service. I've had customers pay up front for 2 months worth of work in advance. Wrote a check out, for the full amount. So, you can't say what people won't do. So sometimes you have to. Oh, that sun's bright again. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do. It's business. Like I say, the only constant in the business is you. And it's what you want to make, per year in this business, and you have to set the bar. My median for me, I need everybody, almost everybody that I have, to be at $35 a cut. That's just my median. That's a base. I have a couple customers that's under that. They will be getting letters at the end of this season to get them up to par, and I don't have very many of those. Very few, very, very few. And the ones that I have lost over the period of time I've been doing this, I've gotten more customers paying more. They're paying at the $40 level or the $45 level. So it works, for me. And I'm sure I can't say it works for everybody, but you have to draw a line in the sand somewhere, to establish what you want to establish. When you have bills to pay, a family to feed, and you have things that you just want to do in general, you have to establish a median. And what you do, you get that median established, and you start bringing everybody to that median. I'm sorry, somebody just cut me off, so I had to make an adjustment. But yeah, that's what it is. Establish a median and stay as close to that median as you can with who you have. I got 48 accounts, and out of those 48, I would say at least 42 of them are at that median or more. I have a few that I know I need to raise their price. I'm gonna give them a letter at the end of the season. I never do it in the middle of the season. I don't operate like that. I'll finish the season out where they are, and then going forward in January, I'll get that letter together, and I'll drop it. I'll put it in an envelope and I'll drop it in the mailbox, or I'll put it up against the door or whatnot. So that's kind of how I do it. Or they'll call me and want to talk about it. We'll talk about it, but I explain to them, hey, the cost of things are going up. You've been at this level for a while, and I understand if you can't. And if you can't, then that's fine. You might have to find, but you might have to find somebody else. But they have time. They have lots of time to find another provider. But during that time, because this is January, nothing's growing. So primarily in January, I'm usually, Uber driving or Lyft driving. But this year, I'm gonna try to do more pressure washing, because I'm looking at a lot of my accounts, and I think I'd make really, really decent money doing that. And I've already had offers to do it already. So that's something I'm going to be looking at doing in the off season. So, but definitely, guys, try to keep all your customers at a median, so that way it's benefiting you. Got that sun bright, huh? Bright suns today. But yeah, try to keep everybody at that median to where, I'm going the wrong way. I got to get off. I got to go. See, this is routine. I'm usually going to pick up the gear, but I can't, because it doesn't make sense to drag the gear around that much when I don't have to. And trust me, I burn more gas when I'm dragging that gear. So I need to, I can go this way. Let me get back over. Hold up, there we go. So I can go the other way. All right, guys. I had to think about where I was and what I wanted to do, but I'm kind of glad I'm going this way now, because if I went the city way, there's a lot of traffic. This is kind of the outskirts way, and going this way, there's not much traffic. I should have a straight shot to where I'm trying to go. But keep everybody around that median, and it'll, trust me, it's going to benefit you in the long run. And sometimes you have to take some of your emotion out of it, because if you keep your emotion into it, then you're going to make a decision that could, you say, hey, I'll take the hit on this one, I'll take the hit on that one. And then before you know it, you're taking a hit on a bunch of them. And you don't want to get caught like that. I was in a situation like that too. I learned my stuff the hard way, unfortunately. It didn't come to me easily. I learned the hard way. I had a lot of experience doing a lot of that, and I had advice from other people not to do that, but I did it anyway. And I wish I had followed the advice, but I believe in timing. There's a time for everything, guys. And I think the time wasn't right for me to accept that, what I needed to do. And I got older, more mature, and running this business, and I see things through different lens, so I do things a lot differently. But like I said, the constant in this business is you. You're still cutting. You're still doing what you need to do to provide a living for your family. So look at your median. And what I've started doing, I take my median, I multiply it out for the whole year, and I look at that, and then I see, okay, that's the median, and I know I'm making more than the median, but I need to be at this point. And at that point, that helps you to make better decisions. It's like, okay, well, I need X amount of dollars to continue to be successul. So if you need X amount of dollars throughout the whole season, my season is a 9-month season, like full blown, and then I have those 4 months where it's like off season, but I'm still doing maintenance. I'm still running around picking up leaves and just doing treatments and all, and doing maintenance, that type of thing. So you gotta keep that in mind as well, guys. So message for the day: if you're in this business, stick to your median. Like I said, my median is 35 at least a yard, and it goes up from there. And like I said, I have a few that I'm going to give letters out to. I'll finish the season out with this point, but then going into the following season, they're going to get that increase. And that's kind of what I do. I did it a couple of years ago, and was successful at it. I got most of the people on board with that increase, and then of course you lose a couple, which is fine. But like I say, you are the constant. You are still out here doing what you need to do, and you're going to pick up more customers as long as you do it, because everybody don't want to do this type of work. So guys, so my message for the day: hey, stay positive. Evaluate your business at the end of the year, figure out where you need to be, and make that happen. Be positive about it. And if you lose people, that's fine. You're going to pick up more than you lost. I'm telling you, I promise you. You'll be turning away work. So take care, guys, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.